Yeah, hello, good day. My name is Pinzemi Kasali. We'll be reviewing our settings for Sarai trading robots. Now, I think we are all aware of what is going on in the crypto space, in our Sarai space. Some people introduced what we call investor. Okay. Then some people introduced and told us that there is a trader. Okay. But I said there's nothing like investor in the crypto space. We are all traders, but I think they only use the language they think you understand better by saying investor. Well, this is just it simply means an inactive trader. That means a trader that is not active. You just do one-time settings and you're done. And the system does every for you. And we also have active traders. Okay. So now we'll be talking about these inactive traders. And we have two settings for inactive traders. Okay. When we say inactive traders, we mean traders that just want to do it and let it go. So for an inactive trader, number one, you want to put in your trade on. You want to put in shorts. Okay. Depending on your robot, if you are $100, if you have $100 purchase, this would automatically say three. So you can put it at three. Then if you have $500, it will automatically put in five. So leave it at five. Then if it is 1,000 subscription, I think seven. So leave it at seven and so on. So you leave that the way it is. Then here is where you can put in 20 as a leverage. Then you can put in 10. You can put in 20. I love 20. I don't know. From previous robots, I've always been using 20. Probably because I understand what I'm doing. It's all about math. So then here is the place that we usually calculate. And we need to calculate this depending on what we do behind. I mean, before this. So we'll go to that first, which is auto maintain margin. That means maintain the margin automatically. Choose when to buy more, when not to buy more, and so on automatically. Then we have this mitigate strategy. I think we should leave mitigate strategy out of inactive trading. You're not going to be active, so let it just do whatever you want to do. So don't put this on. Then we have the Sharia. So the first settings will be without Sharia. The second settings will be with Sharia. So what does that mean? That means when you put this on, there is something that is expected of you to be done. And when you put it off, there's also another thing that is expected to be done. So this might not affect our trade, our place order. But as soon as you choose mitigate or you want to trade like an active trader, then it will affect this. So now, what are we doing? We do our calculations and see what we will be putting in that box. Now, assuming $100 trade, which most of us does, uh, times 20, which is the leverage. That means you're multiplying the amount you want to trade with, not the amount you purchase the robot with. The amount you want to trade with, you multiply it by the leverage, which is 20. So we have 2,000. So that simply means the maximum trade that could happen here is 2,000. Despite the fact that you have $100, the system can trade 2,000 for you. So now you want to look for 3% of 2,000. That's what we're told. 2% of 3,000. So times 3% of 2,000. That's 60. So that's 60. So that means the system is just going to be trading $60 for you. It's going to be trading $60. So you don't get liquidated. You don't get liquidated. So you have $100, but the system trades $60. in total. That is what it will be trading for you, $60 in total. So now, because you want to trade 3 coins, then you have to do the what? You have to divide this by 3, and you have 20. So 20. So let's do that. You divide by 3 because you're trading 3 coins. You divide by 3. So that's 20. So what does this mean? It simply means that the entire money that goes into this trade is 60, while you have 20, 20, 20 in your trades. So what does this simply mean? It simply means when you're losing this trade, you can only lose $20. When you're losing this trade, you can only lose $20. When you're losing this trade, you can only lose $20. Assuming there is a particular trend that really goes against you and you lose the 3 trades. So you lose $60 and you still have $40 to trade with. Do you understand? So that is what it means. So you can still trade 2 and continue your trade till you make more money and you increase or something. So that's the power of getting 3% of it, so that you don't overtrade, because the PNV is not going to be playing with you. The PNL, which is profit and loss percentage, will not be joking with you. Now, okay, so let's go back here. So we make this 20 because we are using $100 to trade, and because we are trading 3 coins. You understand? Okay, then here again is another challenge. We have the Sharia. If the Sharia is on, it simply means that you're vetting the kind of coins you want the system to trade for you. These coins is not going to be, they are going to be a very safe coin. When I mean safe coin, I mean a stable coin, coins that doesn't really go deep that much and doesn't really go extremely high. But in these settings, we are not going to be, we are not going to be alight in this in our first settings, because we feel like, oh, there is money in shit coins. When a coin skyrockets heavily, you make a lot of money. But the same thing is when it goes very deep, you might not be making, you might be making a lot of loss also. But you know that the maximum loss is going to be $20 per trade. So there's no problem. So here you come back here and you make these settings the way it is. You make the first one 30, 40, 50, 70, 100. Okay. Now, what's the meaning of this? It simply means this is take profit settings. When the system gets to 30%, it will lock it. It will lock the trade. You understand? It will lock the trade. And so that when it allows it to keep going up. But when it comes back to this 30%, it sells. So immediately it gets to 40%, it will relock. So this will be disregarded. So this will be the next, what do we call it? Next target. So when it goes up again and it comes down here, it sells. It doesn't allow it to go beyond 40%. So it keeps going to the 10th level. So because we are not choosing Sharia, then we expect 100% profit often, because they are shit coins. So when you are saying 100% loss also, per trade, you cannot lose all your trades. I mean, per trade, let's put it that way. So you just save because you're not putting on Sharia, so you can put this on like this. So this is the settings for $100. Then you want to ask me, assuming I'm trading $1,000, so that simply means it will be like this. Because it's times 10. So I multiply what we have here. Sorry. God, leverage, that's leverage. Here is where I'm coming. So it will be times 10 here. Placeholder is the only thing you want to change. But let's do the calculation so that it doesn't look like, oh, you just guess what for $1,000. You don't even know what $1,000 is. So $1,000, okay, times the leverage is 20. Okay, and let's find 3% of this. Okay, 3% is 600. So multiply by, sorry, divide by 3, because it is what do we call it? It is three coins. It's an $100 subscription. But assuming this is $500 subscription, I think we'll be trading 5 coins. So you divide by 5. So you now have $120 trade in 5 places. So it will still give you this, but it makes more sense because you have 5 trades that is going on. When one is not active, another one is active. And assuming you have $1,000 subscription, so this is going to be divided by 7. So you're going to be having $85.71 per trade. So, and this is going to be going on in 7 places. You understand? 7 places, yeah. So this is $1,000, and this is going to be, so you can just approximate this to 85 or 86, depends on you. So that's that. Now, for just the sake, because you're trading without the Sharia on, there might be a lot of a huge amount of what do we call it? There might be a huge amount of okay, like this. Okay, something like this. You might be saying this. The PNL might be giving you a lot of a kind of scaring what do we call it, percentage. So you don't mind. We told you that you're, for example, $100 trade, you have 20, 20, 20. So you still have 40, you still have 20, 20 that is in reserve. So what you just do is try as much as possible. Anytime you come here and you don't feel it's palatable, just like what I did here, the trade here was 100. I have to add what do we call it to it? I have to replenish it to make 200 here, to allocate 212 for this coin, because this coin was at 1,000 plus. So I reduced it to 400 plus by doing something we call DCA. You click on this plus, then you choose what percentage. I usually choose 100%. So when you choose 100%, it simply means it will take that coin halfway. That means halfway. So it will take the coin halfway. So I just did 100%. And if I should do 100% now, that is 212. But you can't do this without being organized. You don't. So what I advise you is, when you see something like this, 500 and above, you might want to wait to see. But once in a while, you can just come here and add and make it 100% and confirm. Then it reduces the percentage so that when the system gets back, it sells fast. But note, you have to make it 500 and above. Probably if it goes to 1,000, but at least 500 and above, because these coins they go real deep, as in they go real high against you. So you might not know whether it's still going. So you have to be careful. That is number one. Number two is, because of these settings, make sure you're not replenishing more than once at a time. That means if you have 3 coins and the 3 coins are in deep, just do one at a time. If you do the 3, that simply means, because now look at this. Look at this. We have $60. We remaining $40. $20 is going per trade. If you do $100 for this, $20 will be deducted. So remaining $20. So if anything happens to all the trades, you still have $20 to continue your trade. Just that. But I never expected anything to happen to all your trades. But that's just the bitter truth. Now, that is why you need this reserve. And if you are lucky enough and you feel like, oh, let me do for 2, you do for 2, remaining 0 here. That is very risky. That means you can get liquidated. That means if the 3 accounts now goes to liquidation, that means if the trend is still going that way and you lose all the money in the 3 accounts, that means you have 0 now. As if that is not enough, if you try to do the three accounts, that simply means you might lose your money fast because you have destabilized the whole issue. So there's the minus will be on all the coins. So you need to be careful with what you're doing and just do this not often, once in a while. When you feel you are in a floating loss above 500, then just go ahead and do that. Thank you very much. God bless you. Amen.